So in the previous two videos, we were looking at rounding to the nearest whole number, but now we're going to be looking at rounding to the nearest 10. Now, before I go through the examples here, let's think back to the number line. So if I had 70, 80, 90, 100, for example, and here's 75, here's 85, and here's 95, then in exactly the same way, and I'm going up in tens here because I'm rounding to the nearest 10, if you've got something like 84, then 84 would be here. And so it's closer to 80 than it is to 90. So we would put 80 to the nearest 10. If we instead had, let's say, 95, well, 95 is slap bang in the middle of 90 and 100. But the convention is that if the next number along is 5 or more, you round it up. So this, we would say, is closer to 100 than it is to 90. So whereas in the previous videos, we were looking at the number to the right of the decimal point. So if I've got something like 312.63, for us to say, right, what number is it closest to in terms of closest whole number, we look at this number to the right of the decimal point, because we're looking at the number to the right of the whole number column. Okay, so, or your units column, I should say. So this is your units column. You look at the column to the right to determine whether you should round up or round down. So in this case, we would round up if we're rounding to the nearest whole number. But because we're rounding to the nearest 10, you look in the tens column and then the number to the right. And this is the number that tells you whether you should round up or round down. So in this case, because it's 2, we should round it down to 310. So let's go through our examples. So 38.2, you're looking at the tens column and then to the right and saying, right, well, that's 8, so 5 or more, so we round it up. So 38.2 will round to 40 to the nearest 10. 147, you look at the tens column, and then the one on the right is 5 or more, so you round this up to 150. So find the tens column. The number to the right is less than 5, so you round it down to 510. You find the tens column. It's 5 or more to the right, so you round this up to 6,000. What would we have? 600. Because it would be 6,590 or 6,600, wouldn't it? This next one, find the tens column, look at the one to the right of it. It's less than 5, so you round this down to 7,340. Find the tens column, look one to the right, it's 5 or more, so we round this up to 84,370. Okay, and so that is how we round to the nearest 10. Look for the tens column and then consider the one to the right.